guys, so in today's video I am going to be trying out Procreate 5. If you didn't know, Procreate has recently come up with a massive update that has tons of new features, including a new animation feature. So animation has existed on Procreate for a little bit. You could make GIFs using the layers that you have available. However, it really wasn't advanced. There wasn't any onion skins. It was very, very simple, and it was quite easy to use, but you really couldn't actually achieve that much with it. However, with this new update, Procreate has brought in so many new features and tools which are great for making animations. So I haven't actually had a go at using these new animation features yet, so this will be my first reaction to using them. And Procreate is quite easy to use, it's not really that complicated, so I think I'll get my head around it fairly quickly, especially since it is my favourite drawing program on the iPad, and it is really all I use for the iPad. Also, if you missed my last video, I have recently come out with a new Skillshare class, and if you sign up through my link, you'll be able to get 2 free months of premium membership. In this class, I show you how you can make your own set of digital animated stickers, including how to make them in Procreate. So if you haven't checked that out already, the link is down in the description below, and you'll be able to get 2 months for free through my link. So I'm really excited to start using Procreate 5, so let's go and get started. So I have opened up Procreate, and now I'm going to create a new file by pressing the plus button over here, and I am going to do a custom canvas size. The reason for that is because I want it to be the best size for Instagram. So to turn on the animation features for Procreate, you actually have to turn on Animation Assist. So I'm assuming that is going to be under Settings. So there you go, Animation Assist. So I'm going to turn that on. And then down here, I've got my frames. It looks like I can add frames there. So here you've got like settings like onion skins, all kind of things like that. I think that the animation tools are really easy to use. They're quite simple. I don't think you could ever do like a really complicated, like 2-minute long animation, but it would be good to make a short animation that maybe would be about 10 seconds or so and would stay like mostly still in one scene. I just want to play around a bit with these different settings, the one shot, loop and ping pong, just so I can get an idea of what they do. So that was a one shot there, so that is just one play of the animation. Then loop, it just continuously plays the animation. And then ping pong, okay, so it goes back and forth, yeah, so it plays the previous frame again. One of the other features I love that Procreate have added to their animation tools is that you can actually have a foreground and background layer as well, and they won't move and they'll stay still. So if I wanted to, this could be in the front, that could be the background. And then in between, you've just got some animations there as well. So I'm just gonna draw a rough circle again. This is very scratchy, but I am just trying the software out. Okay, so let's see what that does. And then the background, let's just color that in. So they stay still. You can't really see that it's the background very well, and that's the foreground, but it obviously does work, and I think that that is going to be a really useful feature to create some really nice like animated illustrations. So I've come up with a plan of what I want to do for this animation. I want to have a girl floating in space, and I want her to kind of move a little bit, maybe her legs move around a little bit, she'll kind of look like she's floating, and then there's going to be a shooting star going around her. I'm just going to sketch out my girl and plan what I want her to look like. So here you can see I have finished my sketch of my girl. This is where the star is going to go around. So the star will be animated and will move around like that. So this girl, I'm planning on having her floating, so she will move up and down a little bit. I think her face is gonna turn around a little bit, so she'll look forwards and kind of maybe even follow the star around with her eyes. And then her legs and arms will move ever so slightly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish her off. I'm going to do the actual outline, I'm going to colour her in, and then after that I will start doing the frames. So now you can see I have finished doing the outline. I need to colour it in, but what I need to think about is how I'm going to animate it. So I think I'm not going to really want to draw it over and over again because it's quite a complicated design and that will take me a long time for just an experiment video. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut her up into pieces. So I'm actually going to separate her arms and her legs and everything. And I'm going to figure out how she's going to move, and then every frame she'll be ever so slightly different, and then I can copy and paste the majority of the colouring across to each frame. So with Procreate you can use groups now to keep track of your frames instead of just layers, which is really going to be useful for this because I'm going to have at least 2 layers, if not 3 or 4 layers for each different frame. So that's good that you can group them together and keep your frames a little bit more organized. So I'm gonna sort her out and get her animated and moving. So here I have finished doing the outline, I've finished animating, everything's done. As you can see, her eyes are kind of like following where the star will be. So now I'm going to put in the star, and I've decided that I'm going to leave colour for last. One thing I've noticed that has been kind of a bit of an issue for me, and I've just been trying to figure this out, is that when I put 2 layers in a group, you can see there it becomes lighter for some reason. I have no idea why it is doing this. It's kind of frustrating as this was going to make my life so much easier, but it looks like I'm just going to have to flatten each layer and erase the girl underneath the star, because I really just don't like how that looks. It's such a big difference. I don't know why that's happening. Maybe it's the pencil I use, you know, like the brush. I don't really know, but it's not working for me, and I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. I've tried adjusting all the settings. I have no idea why it is doing that. So I am unfortunately going to have to do this the really long way round. So now it is time to colour the animation in. So what I'm going to have to do is, because of this weird thing with the grouping and the layers not working properly, I'm going to colour each frame in a layer underneath, and then I will combine and merge them together after I finish colouring them. As you know, earlier I was having problems with using my groups, but for some reason the problem I was having is now fixed. I have no idea why. I didn't restart the program or the iPad or anything. It just suddenly stopped being an issue. I don't really know why it was doing that. I guess it was some kind of glitch or something. If anyone knows, please let me know, because I'm so confused by why that happened. But now, as you can see, I can put all my layers into the individual groups, which makes it so much easier for me. So I have now finished coloring in my animation. I really like how it looks. So all I have to do now is add in the background, the foreground, and I also want to put in some kind of sparkly like lights and bits and pieces coming off the star as it spins around the girl. So I'm gonna go and do that now. Okay, so I've got my stars finished and I'm happy with how that looks. So to add in the foreground and the background, you have to create a new layer on top, I believe, and then I'll come down here and I can select that as the foreground, and then I'm gonna create a new layer at the bottom and go down here to the timeline and okay, I assume, I guess, I don't know, why is it? There you go. So now I've got my background as well. The only annoying thing is you can't have the background animated as well, so if I want any flashing stars, I'm gonna have to go through each individual layer and add them in again. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna start drawing a background. I want there to be lots of planets. So I'm just gonna draw some circles. So I've gone in and added in some stars in the background, which unfortunately I did have to go through and add them into every single individual group again, which was really, really frustrating. But I like how it looks, and I think it looks a lot better with the stars twinkling. So I definitely think that was worth it. So now I've got my background. You can see there it's behind my little character and you can't see that it's moving. It's quite a simple background. I haven't really done much to it, but I feel like if you had a really detailed animation, you know, like maybe an animal in a jungle or something, you can have the animal as the animation. In the background you can have like some trees, and then in the foreground you can have some leaves and things, and they won't move. But I haven't really, I don't think I've really used that as well as I could have. So now I'm going to add some little stars into the foreground. I've got this really cool brush which gives a really nice effect, and I'm just going to kind of dot it around, and this will be in front of the character. I'm just going to go in with a normal brush and add in some like little stars on top of these bits. For the foreground, you can actually create groups as well. So I'm going to create a new layer and I'm going to select these and create a group. And that's great as well because it means I can layer up the background too. I wasn't so sure if you could do that, but I love that you have the ability to do that, as it means you can just work into your background or foreground and just add that little bit extra to it. So here is my finished space animation. I really enjoyed making this and it was a lot of fun. I definitely think that some software such as Toon Boom and Adobe Animate are a lot better for doing like really long animations. I wouldn't really recommend doing this because it's quite a long process just for Procreate. However, it is good because you can just take it with you anywhere and you can do a quick little fun doodle for Instagram or whatever you want it to be for. I really like how it looks. I definitely think that this is something I will use in future for some smaller animations. Thank you so much for watching this video. I had a lot of fun making the animation. If you want to go and see the final animation, it is up on my Instagram now if you're going to go and check that out. My social media links are down below if you want to go and check my other accounts out. And my Skillshare link is down there too, so you can get your free 2 months membership too. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up as I had a lot of fun making it and it would really help me out if you could. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you'll be the first to be notified for when I next upload. If you've used Procreate 5, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of it. I really like the new animation features. I think they're quite simple compared to like some really heavy duty animation software. However, Procreate is a really simple iPad software that does a lot for it and it's really easy to use, it's not too complicated. And I think anyone could use it. I don't think you necessarily need to know how to animate with it, you just need to be able to draw lots of different pictures. So let me know down below what you thought of it. Also, I just want to say a massive thank you. I've had a lot of subscribers come recently, so hello if you are new here and welcome to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying my content. I'm gonna head off now, but I'll see you next Saturday for my next video. See you later. Bye.